Welcome everyone to the 2021 Hispanic Heritage Celebration. This year we're going to be honoring one of Allingtown's finest businessmen, Sammy Rivera. Sammy, it's a pleasure to welcome you to us. I'm going to take a few moments to try to recognize as many people as I picked up in the audience. We have City Council Chairman Ron Quagliani, Representative Dorinda Borer, Representative Michael DeMassa, City Council people Bridget Hosky, Robin Hamilton, Colleen O'Connor, Barry Cohen, where's the other name? Gary Donovan. We also have our city clerk, Patty Horvath, our tax collector, Dorothy Chambrelli. Oh, come on, be nice to Dorothy.
Why?
And our tax collector, Dorothy Chambrelli again. Okay. We have our Public Works Commissioner, Tom McCarthy. And we have our favorite person who helps put on all these events for us, Beth Sable, is hiding out in the hallway. Beth, again, thank you very much for all your help.
Joanne Caligari.
Yep. And I see Joanne Caligari came back in the room, or Joanne. And a special thanks to the mayor's office, Kristen Tishoni, who helped pull this all together. Okay, I think we're done. If I've missed anybody, raise your hands and I'll recognize you after the event.
What'd you miss?
We ask you to please keep your mask on for
Did you do
social
your son?
distancing.
Did you do your son?
Oh, I got it.
He's got his son. I mean, come on.
That guy from Allingtown, that Deputy Chief Mike Esposito.
And Joe Soto.
And we have Joe Soto, our EOC director. And I thought I seen Chris Soto. I'm sorry, I missed you earlier.
Chris
Chris, you're
Soto's
here. Chris Soto is our city planner now.
Is there anybody we haven't called?
If the audience will give me all your names, I might as well. There's probably less of you than there are dignitaries here. I want to thank you all once again for coming out today. And I guess it's trying to clear up, but we wanted to be cautious and have it inside so we didn't run into bad weather outside. But first we're going to have the singing of the Star-Spangled Banner by our special guest, Ana Garcia. Ana. You turn to salute the flag or hold your hand over your heart, whatever you please.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched was so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, it gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet waves o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Wow, that was terrific. That was a ballpark performance.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much, Anna. Now, Anna, we were going to call on you again to sing the Puerto Rican national anthem, La Borniqueña.
Oh, boy.
La giran arrullos plácidos, las olas a sus pies. Cuando a sus playas llegó Colón, exclamó lleno de admiración: oh, esta es la linda tierra que busco yo. Es Borinquen la hija del mar y el sol, 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 del mar y el sol.
Thank you, Anna.
Mullins, ERS.
No, I did not.
Okay, one more.
Just been informed they left somebody else off the list here. Our ERS Director, Jen Amendola. Jen, sorry for that. Now we will have the invocation by Stephen Mullins. Steve?
Thank you, Representative Esposito. Before I deliver the invocation, I just want to say just a few brief remarks about our man of the hour. Mr. Rivera, as you all know, was a businessman in Allingtown. And he had to go through some years ago, in this very room, a lot of hoops and hurdles to get his business up and going and operational. And he went through a lot of hoops and hurdles that he may not have necessarily had to go through if he was part of the, quote, good old boys network. But despite all of the challenges, Mr. Rivera kept West Haven in mind and kept his business here in West Haven, where he could have gone anyplace else, where it would have been easier for him to go through those hoops and hurdles and maybe even pay less in taxes. So for that, Mr. Rivera, I want to thank you for believing enough in the city of West Haven to keep your business in West Haven, and for raising your family here in the city of West Haven, where you could have gone when you could have gone anywhere else. So despite everything, thank you very much. Now, if we all rise. For those of you that would like to join us in prayer, I invite you to turn to the God of your understanding. For those of you that prefer not to pray, I invite you to take a quiet moment of reflection about community service and what Sammy Rivera has contributed to this city and what this day is all about today. So let us now put ourselves in the presence of God, the Lord above. The Lord be with you. Let us pray. O God above, grand architect of the universe, King of all kings, Lord of all lords, judge of all men, we offer you everything and thank you for everyone gathered here today to walk with you. We ask for your blessings on this and guidance for this day. Through the community-minded example of your child, Sammy Rivera, we ask that you open our minds and hearts, that we too will better serve this great city of West Haven. Through our actions and our deeds, we ask that you open our minds for us to think wisely, put us with understanding, cooperation, and peace to fulfill our responsibilities to you, to our city, and to our fellow man and woman. All this I ask in your most precious and holy name. And we all say, Amen. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephen. Once again, I want to welcome everyone here today. It's a great day. We're happy for Sam. We're happy for the Allingtown community that's come out also to help support him. And at this point, I'd like to call up Joe Rodriguez, who's Executive Director for Senator Blumenthal's office in New Haven and Hartford, right, Joe?
Something like that. Sure. Good afternoon, everyone. To Mayor Rossi, Chief of Staff Lou Esposito, members of your delegation, members of the City Council, the West Haven community, and friends. I am honored to be here to celebrate a good friend. And I've known Sammy well before my years in Senator Blumenthal's office, through our work in New Haven and across Connecticut for issues impacting Puerto Rico. But before I say a few words about Sammy and his work, I do want to take the opportunity to acknowledge the significance of this month, Hispanic Heritage Month. Hispanic Heritage Month is a celebration of expression, of identity. It's an opportunity for us to celebrate our history, our culture, a shared language, while reflecting on the contributions of Hispanic Americans in Connecticut and across this nation. And by us gathering today in West Haven, we're doing just that by acknowledging this man, Sammy Rivera, for his contributions to not only West Haven, but to New Haven in our community. So for that, I say thank you, and let's give him a round of applause. In this very toxic political climate we find ourselves, it's very difficult to express a strong opinion without getting wrapped up in emotion or by deepening the political divide that exists. And if anyone knows Sammy, he does not fall short of expressing some very strong opinions. God knows I've been on the receiving end of some of them. But through it all, I say that because through it all, during such times, right, of this toxic climate, it's how we push through it, right? How can we see each other as, members of our community that want the same thing, right? We want our kids to prosper, and Sammy, despite it all, he's always there. He's always present. Despite he and I, God knows we've debated quite a few times about the national political scene, but through it all, he's able to put the emotion to the side, put our differences aside, and say, all right, Joe, what do you need from me? We're raising money for Hurricane Maria and the after, the relief. What do you need from me? What can we do together to support one another? This past Christmas, he donated his time, his energy, his flatbed to help us celebrate Three Kings Day in New Haven. When I say we, I also chair the Puerto Rican Festival of New Haven, Connecticut. It's a cultural organization in the city. He stepped up. He helped us, he donated toys. We gave out 500 toys to kids in New Haven during Three Kings, in the midst of the pandemic. When most businesses, it was difficult for them to donate and to contribute, he figured it out and he helped. So again, we're here to honor a man who is always present, and we say thank you. I appreciate, I respect your views, your opinion, though we differ than mine. I respect you as a friend, as a business leader, as well as a fellow Boricua. And I'll close with this, and he doesn't know this. The reason when Mayor Rossi reached out to me and Lou Esposito to find someone to sing the national anthem, I quickly leaned to Ana Garcia, who's from New Haven. Ana was a member of the Connecticut community, but moved to Puerto Rico some time ago, and was in Puerto Rico during the devastating hurricane. She was forced to relocate back to Connecticut after that devastating hurricane and to make Connecticut her home once again. What Sammy doesn't know is through your support in helping our relief efforts in New Haven through the past several years of hurricane relief, you have supported and directly and indirectly supported Ana Garcia, because she was one of the individuals that we were advocating for, that we raised funds for, that we try to help her, so I wanted you to connect you. I don't think you've met each other before, but she's someone that you have served indirectly through your contributions to the Puerto Rican festival, and I thought it was fitting that she was able to sing the national anthem and be here today for you. So again, Sammy, we honor you. We thank you for your years of contributions, and I know the work's not done because you have a hell of a work ethic, and I know you'll continue to grow, and for that, we appreciate you. New Haven appreciates you. West Haven appreciates you, and your community, the Puerto Rican community, appreciates you. So thank you, and God bless.
Thank you, Joe. And I'm glad you brought up that Sammy and you helped relocate Anna back here. Puerto Rico's lost, but it's West Haven and New Haven's gain. And I'm glad you came back to this community. I'm going to call up Representative Borer and Representative DeMassa. They're going to make a presentation to Sammy. Sammy, would you come up on the dais as well, please?
So Sammy, first off, on behalf of the delegation, the entire delegation, we want to congratulate you. I think Joe Rodriguez said it best. He pointed out all the wonderful things that you've done, that you continue to do for the community. And so on behalf of the entire General Assembly of the State of Connecticut, on behalf of myself, on behalf of Representative Borer, Senator Winfield, Senator Maroney, and Representative Ferraro, we want it to be known to everybody that today is going to be in recognition of you being named West Haven's Hispanic American of the Year. Congratulations on earning this very prestigious award. You're an active member of the West Haven community. You strengthen civic involvement, and you encourage others behind you to do the same. The entire General Assembly extends its wishes this 23rd day of September 2021. Congratulations, Sam.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, wait, our mask? No,
Oh.
okay, I don't know. Wait, no, no.
Take him down.
Right at him for
Okay.
2 seconds.
Congratulations, Sam. Excellent job. Thank you.
You want to get
Well
one of the
deserved.
delegation in the mayor? All right, she's going.
Don't go, you gotta.
Okay.
Go ahead, Cliff.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Dorinda. Next, we'll have a presentation from the mayor of the, well, I'll let her explain what she's going to present to Sammy. Mayor?
Thank you. Thank you very much. Before I present my citation, so I've known Sammy Rivera now for a while, but how we first met, and him and I just talked about this recently, it was in 17 when I wanted my name put in the hat to run for mayor. And I counted on my 5th district to at least bring my nomination forward. I knew we wouldn't win, but at least, I wanted to make sure that I did all the proper, rules, regulations. That was the right way to do it. So I forever am thankful to the 5th District because they got me started and got me here, and everyone else that has helped me along the way. But that night, Sammy didn't vote for me. He was the only one that didn't. And so me being me, I had to know. I wouldn't have been able to go to sleep that night. Did I do something to him? What happened? So I went up to him that night and I asked him, why didn't you vote for me? He goes, I just don't know you. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. I accepted that. But I made sure afterwards, because I knew he was a great guy then, and he is now, that I was going to make sure he got to know me. And I'd say, you know me now, right, Sam?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I am proud to offer this official citation. Be it hereby known to all that the City of West Haven hereby offers its sincerest congratulations to Sammy Rivera, 2021 Hispanic American of the Year, in recognition of your dedication to enriching the vibrant culture heritage of our Hispanic community, the lifeblood of West Haven. As a Puerto Rican business owner and resident of West Haven, your remarkable story is treasured by our city. I hope you reflect with pride on this enduring contributions you have made civically and culturally to our local identity. Our city's diversity is our strength, and your indomitable spirit and inspiring good works are a testament to the promise and greatness of America. As a man of character, conviction, principle, and wisdom, you personify the very best of West Haven. I admire your devotion to your faith and family, and I am grateful for your contributions in shaping the fabric of our Hispanic American community and the legacy of our city. You are proof the American dream is alive and well. The entire city extends its very best wishes on this memorable occasion and expresses the hope for continued success given this 24th day of September 2021. Congratulations. There you are, the envelope. And we have more, so don't.
Oh, okay.
You want to take it?
Absolutely.
Okay, and so we have other things, but I want to take the first. Now, I want everyone to get to the mic. So, hot off the presses, this is the first copy of our Centennial Book. It was delivered in the nick of time this morning, as were many, many others, because we want to fill the city of West Haven with this wonderful, wonderful book of the wonderful pictures and stories. So I have made this one out. Congratulations, Sammy, with my name on today's date, and I am presenting to you the first copy of this book.
Wow.
Okay, want another one? And then we also have other gifts. Jacket next? I'm gonna put it on, right? And this is the jacket. And Hispanic American 2021 this year. So let's look at it.
Like a glove, baby, like a glove.
Wonderful, wonderful here. And there's more.
Oh boy.
So we have some things in here, some little gifts, but the main thing that we're giving, because this is a big deal, the Rotary has sponsored this, and this is a Monopoly game. They're still selling them at the library, so please, it's all about West Haven. I encourage everyone to get one.
Okay.
That's for you. And then we have even some more things. I guess you can celebrate tonight.
This is great. Thank you.
There go.
Thank you so much.
It's a flag, the flag is in there. Flag. There you go.
You want me to show this, Sammy, or you want to just take it?
Here, let's take it out, show everybody.
No? You know what will though? My tie.
There we go. Do it for
Yeah, right.
Congratulations. Very nice. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
All right.
Well, Sam, you seem to have gotten quite a few gifts here today.
I think so. I think this is great.
But now you have to pay the price for it, Sam. Now it's your turn to
won't
speak and
complain.
address the audience.
You're gonna address it.
Absolutely.
Sam?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, folks, here we are once again. No. Well, this was a pleasant surprise for sure. I didn't expect it. I'm glad all of you were able to come. I couldn't ask for a better day. It was very touching. The words of everyone here meant a lot. Tom, Joey, Miss Mayor, was a pretty good surprise. You guys got me. I had no idea what was going on a week ago when you guys told me. So I'm completely honored at the fact that I was chosen for Hispanic American of the Year. I have lots of people who believe in me and who see behind the scenes what I do for my friends, my family, and this community. Not everything is mentioned on Facebook or bragged about all the time, and that's what makes this even more special, because a lot of people here are paying attention. Although you can post about this and brag about this, I personally think it's a big deal, so it's okay. West Haven for sure has shown me all that this city has to offer. The diversity that we have is so powerful, and the residents are so great that we can have a Democratic mayor like Nancy and someone as conservative as me to get along so well, bounce ideas off of each other, and support each other, and strive for one common goal, and that's to make West Haven the proud shining jewel of Connecticut. I grew up very poor. I know what it was to drink powdered milk and government cheese. Throughout the years, there were a lot of people who helped get me through where I am. Some of them are here today. Joe Connolly is here. He's a great friend of mine. It's like a father figure, a good mentor. Mike Corrigan is also here. He used to be my boss when I started off delivering pizza. My car broke, and I ended up at his transmission shop, sweeping floors and cleaning his toilets. And my aunt is here, my Aunt Violet. I lived with her when my mom died, when I was only 15. There's a lot of people here who have seen a lot of positive in me when I was down and out, and I appreciate everyone who's here. Because of their trust and vision in me and my ability to do well, I am here today, and all I can do is thank them and everyone here who was involved. I saw a quote that I stole and I've adopted since, and it's, I've learned to give not because I have a lot, but because I know how it is to have nothing. Again, I want to thank everyone who helped put this together and who was involved. I want to thank my wife, who's in clinical classes right now, so she couldn't leave. She's going for her RN, and that's very important. My family, my friends, my amazing employees who are here from both the transmission shop and the car wash. I love you guys. Love you. And gals. And of course, all my wonderful customers. I call them part of my budget family. One thing is for sure, I was grateful yesterday, I am grateful today, and I will definitely be grateful tomorrow for all that I have and all that's left for me to give. Thank you for believing in me. I can't wait to eat the wonderful food from Tata's restaurant. Thank you. I appreciate everyone who's here.
Thank you, Sam. Very touching and very much from the heart. In closing, I want to invite you all who are going to stay for lunch. We're going to be exiting through this small door. Please keep your masks in place except when you're eating, and try to practice social distancing. Unfortunately, because of the confines of the building, we don't have tables. You'll have to bring your food back in here and sit in here. But there's coffee, there's cake, and there's plenty of good Puerto Rican food out in the other room. So That will conclude today's ceremony. We'll open the door and and the door opens magically. I like it. Thank you all once again. Thank you.
Thank you.